Greetings from Atlas Traps. Today we're going to mount an AT50 onto a wobble. And if they're ordered together, we do recommend doing this before you install the spring, just for safety reasons. If you're getting this wobble after the fact for installation, just make sure that you are at least in the decocked position and unhooked from power. If not, go ahead and take the spring out for safety. But today we're going to loosen these 1/2-inch bolts. We've got 4 of them to loosen, and once we get them all loose, the whole unit will be very tippy. So be sure to hold the weight. You can take out those bolts. Sometimes leaning it forward can help with the weight a little bit. After you remove those bolts, you'll notice these components. These are called nut plates. These are what hold the cradle in place and allow you to adjust manually, but we're not going to use these anymore, so you can set those aside. We also will not use the hardware that came off of the cradle either. So at this point, an extra set of hands may be handy, but you should be able to get the 50 lined up between the cradle of the wobble, and using the existing hardware, we'll just take those nuts off, loosen those, and you should be able to mount the wobble in the top hole of the AT50, or the holes that you just took out, or the bolts that you just took out, excuse me. Once you have the 2 bolts on, it will still swing, so we need to reach up with the nuts, find the bolts, and just get both of them on for safety, and then we'll go tighten them. These are 1/2-inch. There is no torque spec for these. They will be just tightened down as tight as you can get them. And it's easy to drop a nut inside the body. Once you have those 2 bolts in, it is still going to free kind of pivot here, but it is secure. Next, we're going to address this L bracket in the front. This size of this nut is a 7/16. And what we need to do is remove this frame bolt right here. We will not use that bolt again, nor the nut that came off. We'll simply match up that hole from the frame bolt to the L bracket here. And then use the provided 7/16 nut. And this can be a tricky part to reach up inside, but it is very doable, especially without the spring in. We use the provided Allen wrench and a 7/16 wrench to tighten that down. And all 3 points now are secure. So you got the front L bracket, and it's mounted in the cradle. And now when you use your switches, both functions will be controlled by the linkage. We sure hope this helps.